It may be a dying art, but Luis Benvenido is a Morse code master.
If you don't practice every day, you lose it.
At 106 years old, he still got it. Growing up in Nebraska, he went to radio school in California.
I got my license, W6OTB.
Back in Nebraska, Lou, as most people call him, would marry and started working at a radio station. But his dream was always to work in Hollywood. Eventually, the couple made the move to California, where he landed a job at KFI Radio before making the move to television, working for NBC.
There's about 4 of us. We says, well, we'll transfer over into TV.
No doubt a big gamble, but it paid off. He'd worked for NBC for 34 years, including on The Bob Hope Show, Nat King Cole, Hollywood Squares, and was the original cameraman for Days of Our Lives, even landing on The Tonight Show when Johnny Carson moved it to the West Coast.
I was the cameraman for Johnny. I worked the #2 camera.
What was that like?
It was a fantastic position because he was known all over the world.
And we can't forget Ed McMahon.
He was very nice, and if he had a joke, he says, hey guys, I got a joke I can tell you, but I can't tell it over the air.
So it was a good joke.
Yeah.
When it comes to celebrities, he had a front row seat, but one guest stands out.
Luciano Pavarotti, and my name used to be Luciano, and I changed it legally when I was 16. He was on the show one night, so I went up to him and I said, Luciano, I'd like to have you meet Luciano, and he was very kind.
Surrounded by his family, his son and daughter recall the TV days.
He had me on a show, a Pinky Lee show at 9 months old. He said I cried, but I would sit in the audience. He'd take me off some seats and I'd sit there in the audience, and it was very fun.
Oh, and he was also the cameraman for 29 Rose Parades, an amazing career. You can imagine retirement wasn't easy, but he found a new passion, cruising around the world. He's been on 110 cruises. His favorite spot?
The North Pole.
Yeah.
Where the penguins would come right up to you and they begged for food.
He lived by himself until he was 103. Moving to Daphne a year ago with his daughter and son-in-law, he's settled into life at Baldwin House Assisted Living, where he's this month's resident spotlight.
B5.
He especially loves bingo.
075.
Which, by the way, is his lucky number.
I don't know, for some reason, it seems like 75 comes out all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody agrees with me.
Set to blow out the candles tomorrow, I just had to ask.
What do you credit your longevity to?
Eating a lot of ice cream.
Ice cream, okay. Sign me up.
I-17.
Wishing him the happiest of birthdays, all 106 years.
Bingo.
You got bingo, Mr. Lou?
Yeah.
All right.
And of course, many more of those 075s.
An amazing conversation there.
Yeah.
Guys, his granddaughter actually says he used to tell her the key to a long life, get this, lifting something heavy every day. So we best to get to lifting. I don't know.
Muscle strength. You worked so hard on this story and you enjoyed it.
I did.
What was the most that surprised you about his story?
Just the fact that he is still there, he's still telling these stories and, you know, vividly remembers so much and just about the industry and how he was there when TV actually started and he said the cameras were so big. He actually
that's
took
what Byron was saying.
Yeah, it took 2 people to move them.
Of course, the dolly one, and while somebody was operating it.
Correct. Yeah, and all of ours, of course, are robotic. So it's just changed so much, and for him to actually, you know, see it where it began and to where it is today, it's incredible.
I like the fact he's still doing Morse code every day.
He said he has to keep doing it. He doesn't want to lose it.
Yeah.
Great story.
Good
Happy
story,
birthday.
Lee. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, yes. And double scoop.
Yes, all that ice cream.
Yeah.